I mean, just a really well-pitched game by Will, and gave us an opportunity to build on a lead. Obviously, offensively, we got some big hits, big two-out hits, and, put that – we didn't put it away completely after the fourth, but we felt really good because of the way Will was pitching. I mean, he was throwing the ball down. He was mixing his pitches and get him looking for the cutter a little bit, and he'd throw the fastball and vice versa. And just really did a great job. I thought we played outstanding defense behind him, and he knows that he can throw the ball around the plate, and we're going to field it most of the time, and just a good win for us.
Dave, you've used the same lineup all postseason until tonight, where you moved Stovall up to 2-hole. What went in that decision? How good was it to see him come through like he did tonight?
Just, the game kind of tells you what to do every now and then, and I feel like Brady's not swinging the bat like he was even last weekend. He struggled yesterday, and maybe the second half of the first game here, and Peyton's been swinging it great the whole, I guess. Maybe even towards the end of the season, I was going to say, he's swinging it great, ever since we finished regular season, but he swung it well down the stretch a little bit. But he's been really good, since postseason started. So I just thought about it last night. I thought I'm gonna flip those two.
Okay. She's coming. Okay, there you go.
Dave, Matt Foster with KUTV in Omaha. Facing elimination, did you expect anything but this type of performance from your guys and the way they played well in all three facets?
Yeah, I mean, you never know how it's going to go. I mean, if Auburn would have got off to a great start on the mound, I think we'd have had a really, really good ball game. Both teams didn't want to go home, obviously, and we just jumped out on them. But, speaking for our team, well, we don't want to go home. We think we can play 5 days in a row. We like it. So we're here until we're not.
Adam Cole, Opelika, Auburn News. Dave, Auburn's starter has had some relatively short outings this year, hasn't gone much more than 5 innings in most of his starts. You guys got him pretty deep into counts early and, of course, knocked out on 77 pitches in 2 1/3. Was that something you guys had game planned at all for? Or?
It's something that we've been doing a lot better of, grinding out at bats, fouling off pitches, really the last month. And that's probably why we're here, because we've done a lot better job of, taking what they give us, and we get behind, getting a few more pitches out of starters and whoever, and it's led to some big innings for us, and I think that's what we did tonight. So it's part of our game plan.
Okay, back here.
And Justin Akery, 103.7 The Buzz. Coach, obviously you want the players to take it game by game. Your guys did a great job today. But, as a coach, you got to kind of think about the long game, knowing there's 3 games ahead of you. Just curious about strategically in your mind how you're sort of trying to map out, a plan and knowing obviously there's an organic process having to play through it as things play out.
Well, we told them after the game last night, did not really get all concerned about that. So, yeah, the coaches, we have to think about that. But, really, we would have thrown everybody we had to win tonight just to get to tomorrow. But fortunately, because Will gave us an opportunity, we got to save our whole pitching staff for the most part. And even Vermillion came in, and we just wanted him to throw 1 inning. If it went well, he only threw 4 pitches. So we got him out of there. We scored a couple more. We put Austin Ledbetter in there, threw 2 nights in a row. And, so, yeah, I mean, strategic. The plan is save as much pitching as you can. But the offense, I mean, they helped us obviously by scoring and, continuing to score. But, you never know how this thing's going to go. Baseball's a funny game, and whatever it takes, and that'll be what we do tomorrow. We'll do whatever we got to do to try to win tomorrow.
Tom?
Yeah, Tom Murphy, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Dave, I got a 2-parter. Lanzilli's home run, I think, had the same distance as Elko's last night. I wonder what you thought of that shot. And then could you talk us through your potential starting pitching plans for tomorrow?
Yeah, when he hit the ball, I was just hoping it would stay fair. It had a little bit of a northerly breeze, maybe northwest, and I think it held it a little bit when it got up in the air, and it almost started backing up. it looked like. And that means he got inside the baseball pretty good. He didn't hook it. And, that swing, all of a sudden we're up. With the swing before, Michael gets out front and hits the ball over the right fielder's head for 2 runs. And then they visit the mound, and then the next pitch, ball goes out of the park. We score 4 runs on 2 hits. And we're feeling pretty good up 8 runs with the way Will was pitching. Obviously we could bring back Nolan on 3 days rest if we wanted. He's talking to us about it. We could go Smith, a couple other guys in there too. Is that what you want to hear?
Andrew Ellis, hogsports.com. Dave, you talked a lot about Stovall and him kind of pressing earlier in the year, and he came into the tournament hitting 252, and he's now hitting 309. Just how good is it to see him work through that and then still have a good year despite struggling early and kind of pressing a little bit?
Yeah, he had unrealistic expectations of him because, he was a guy that turned down a lot of money. He didn't even get drafted. He was going to go before the first round possibly. He wanted to go to college, and, he just felt a lot of pressure. With social media and everything else, and you read everything and preseason this, preseason that. It's hard putting that on kids that haven't even seen a college arm yet. And, he has been really good the last month. And like Michael said, even his takes are good. He was out front, and he's not an out front type hitter. And, he's pretty balanced, stays back, and he's doing it now. He's starting to hit for power, hitting for average, taking his walks, and we've really been able to see the future the last month. It's been fun.
Our partners at BetOnline continue to be the #1 source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest sports developments, including updated odds on the NBA playoffs, fights, and even next season's futures. And don't forget that the MLB is back as well. Who are you picking to win the World Series? BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. It's super easy to get started, so head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.